What up, Dom? Welcome back to the channel. I am Bianca. I am your homegirl, your homegirl, your homegirl. So here's the thing. I'm in Savannah and it has snowed over. It's literally frozen and I was hungry and I'm back in my road. Oh yeah, I went to Target. They don't have this one anymore, but they now make a shorter one by Auden. This one is Stars and Beyond. Anyways, let's get back to it. I made a shrimp fried rice with a garlic butter, kind of Benihana style. There's no Benihana or anything like that here, so I had to do it myself. But that's okay because I like to cook. This I realized is kind of turning into a cooking channel. I didn't mean for that to happen, and that's not really it. I don't know. I'll get back to supernatural in a minute. I had to talk myself into it. Anyways, I realized that I should probably record what I was doing. And I kind of started not in the middle, but I had passed a step, so I'm gonna catch you up on it. You need to roast your garlic to start where we are. To do so, you're going to take your whole head of garlic or a clove, depending on what you want to call it, cut it in the middle. It's an air fryer friendly recipe, so you'll be able to grab a piece of foil, put it down in your basket or on your tray, however it is. You're going to put your oil of choice down, put the cut pieces face downwards, and then you're going to use your air fryer or your oven because I did use the baking setting. So for the oven or your air fryer, 375 for 10 minutes, and it should come to a nice golden brown, and then it'll bring you up to where we are. So for the quick dinner meal that I'm making today, since we are well that I've made since we're snowed in, is a shrimp fried rice with a piece of salmon. Nothing too major, nothing too hard. It was actually pretty quick and easy. I knew I wanted to make it yesterday, so I made some fried rice. I'm sorry, I made some extra white rice because they say use stay old rice. I overcooked mine just a little bit because I was not paying attention. I'm not perfect. I'm just in here having fun. So please remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of that, and thanks a lot. If I seem like I'm trying to figure out what I want to say, it's because baby, this is not scripted. It's not. Also, I'm gonna have a full list of ingredients down in the description box. Use what you want to, but this is what I just did that night, okay? Good.
Once you roasted your garlic, you're going to notice that it's very soft and you take it out. It's going to be soft enough to smash with a fork. I put it inside of the container that I'm going to store my butter in, and I just went in with a fork and smashed everything down into it's kind of not pulpy, but it's just a mash. I used 3 sticks of butter with this, with a whole head of garlic. I forgot to actually take mine out to bring them to room temperature, so you see them on my tray. After I made the garlic roast, I just stuck the butter in there to soften up. That way I can go and smash everything together with the fork. If you don't have that kind of patience, get a stand mixer. Add your soy sauce in, and then voila, there is the whole recipe. It takes about 2 minutes to mix, depending on how soft your butter is. Around this time is when I took my day old rice out to get it together, just to kind of bring it up to temp so to cook faster. And then you'll notice that I literally have a fork and I'm smashing everything together. This is your garlic butter. That's it. It's kind of Benihana style, but it's at home. Add in whatever you like. If you want a little bit of salt, myself, I didn't need that because soy sauce is already salty. Then you smash your vegetables up. I have carrots and onions that I just cut into small cubes. I'm going to put them in the same bowl. So then that way, when it's time to go ahead on and I guess you could say fry it, but it is a light saute just to make everything softer. It's easier, and I'm making less dishes because we got to clean as we go. So, onions squared, chopped, and carrots in a bowl. And then I also have green onions for a garnish that I put on top of my rice later. So, I just try to cut up all my vegetables at one time. So that way I have my knife and my chopping board, and then you can go ahead on and keep, you know, just make it cute. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's not going to be any julienne vegetables or anything like that. Just a cute rough chop. I try to fast forward through all of the parts here because, it gets kind of boring just sitting here watching it. But that's where we are here. And then I want to prep the salmon. I use yellow mustard as a base and binder. I'm not a mustard person, but I do like mustard on fish. And I just take it and spread it with my finger. You can use a knife if you want to. I'm cooking for at home, so don't necessarily look for gloves. Although I do use gloves when I'm mixing up like ground beef and things because I don't like seasoning underneath my nails. For my salmon, with that, I use a steak seasoning and then dill. I have dried dill here. You can actually put it in water to rehydrate it if you like. I'm not going through all that. Just a quick sprinkle. I put it in my hand. It's not a measuring, it's because I cannot do an even pour with the dill. I don't care what I do. You set that aside. I put a little bit of olive oil, which was my oil of choice, on the shrimp and then season it up and give it a quick stir. I have a garlic, onion, herb mix with, I want to say it's like sea salt and black pepper, and then I put a little Slap Your Momma on there and just give it a quick mix and set that aside too. It's just so everything is coated. About time you've done this, this is what your prep station should about look like. You see my salmon went in the air fryer, it's on foil, quick cleanup. There's your onions and your carrots, rice, you know, nothing major. As I said before, it was a thin slice of salmon. Therefore, it didn't have to cook that long. I was going to put it on for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to cover this up because I want it crispy. So I put it on the air fry for 400 and then knocked it down to 10 minutes, and it came out perfect. While that's doing, you're going to take a skillet, heat up some oil. You don't need a whole lot because we're not frying it. It's just a saute. You put your shrimp in here. In case you don't know how to cook shrimp, they cook very, very fast. You do want to leave your meats very even so they cook, even, not over top of one another because once they overlap, then it make it hard to cook and it doesn't cook even. When your shrimp is opaque, that's when you know they're done. About 3 minutes on one side, and then you flip them, and then you can cook them down. Once they are cooked and opaque, they look like this. Just go ahead and chop them up. Unless you want a whole shrimp in your fried rice, but I don't. I took the same skillet and I put my vegetables in there. I think I added a little more oil and just a touch. Once your carrots and your onions are cooked down and a little bit softer, then we're going to actually put a bit more of the garlic butter. This is when we start with the goodness here. You have your oil there. You put a little oil in there because you don't want your rice to stick. And also you don't want to scorch your butter. So extra oil and extra butter actually is where you go. Once everything is melted down, then you're ready to add your rice. I myself don't have sesame seeds, so I use an everything bagel seasoning and it worked just fine. Rice is in there, everything. Then you start with your good mix. Add your soy sauce here. The brown color is coming from the soy sauce. And remember, if you wanted a deeper tone, use dark soy sauce. I use regular, so it's going to be a little bit lighter than what you make it. I also have sesame oil, which I found out as I was going. You don't actually cook for it, it's just for the taste. If you're allergic to sesame seeds, please, by all means, skip all of that. It's not necessary. Don't hurt yourself. From here on out, remember your rice is already cooked, so you're really just rewarming everything. You got your vegetables. If you are an egg eater, once it's finally mixed in there, you're going to make like a little hole and you can put your egg in there to scramble and then mix it from there. I'm allergic to eggs. I won't be doing that. I just skip the egg. I think I'm kind of glad I'm allergic to eggs at that point because I don't think I would like egg in my rice, but who knows? As you see, that essentially is your finished product. Your shrimp is added in there once everything is warm because you just cook those. Push everything around, and voila, you made a fried rice. Look at you. You should be very proud of yourself. Yay. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I actually took this clip out. It's very long. I do like my rice a little crispy, so you'll see me pat it down and then take the spatula to flip it right there. It works better if you have a wok. I tore my wok up. It met its demise. It's okay. It was all bent. This is a nonstick pan, so it doesn't get the full crunch that I was looking for, but it tastes really good. While this is going, your salmon should be about finished because remember, it was only in there for 10 minutes. That's about the time it's going to take for your rice. And now you plate up. There's where your extra onions went, your piece of salmon. And then there's the everything bagel seasoning I was telling you about. Just dumped it right on the side, on top, put it on there. And here's your plate. Now you're ready to serve dinner in under 15 minutes for your family. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, my guys.